the news of the week with your anchorman, Dennis Miller.
I think it's always good when the floor manager's last words to the crowd are no applause at the beginning. Was that what I just heard? Okay. Thank you, guys. Get this out there. I'm not a complete whore, but don't say no applause, all right? Jeez. Good evening, and what can I tell you? During his State of the Union address Tuesday night, President Bush was met with silence when he dared the assembly 3 times to pull his finger. Barbara Bush and Billy Graham indulged in a little juvenilia during the address. The fun-loving pair sat in the back and made fun of the people with weight problems. The Democratic presidential hopefuls appeared together in Washington, D.C. this week to deny allegations that they're all exactly alike. Tom Harkin was kissing a baby in New Hampshire this week. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, Imelda Marcos was caught trying to steal a baby. Oh, the pro-Imeldo faction. Oh. Recovering from prostate cancer, too. Prostate. Hey, no laughing either. Can you coach them? Senator Robert Dole announced he will run for a 5th term this year. Here, Dole demonstrates to the press corps how doctors diagnosed his problem. This is the national pastime of Japan. They think we have problems. Albania is having its first beauty contest in the city of Tirana. Since none of the women have ever been in a pageant before, many of them came across as genuine, and some were even nice to each other. James Baker's trip to Russia was a success. The only problem was the defense minister, Shapashinov, who followed Baker for 3 days, repeating the phrase, "I'm your kitty, I'm your kitty." Shapashinov, yeah, right. After disappearing for 2 days, Boris Yeltsin surfaced this week at a meeting of Russian officers. Yeltsin received a round of applause at the meeting when he stood and said, "Hello, my name is Boris, and I'm an alcoholic." The food lines in Russia were a little shorter this week. A spokesman said that the lines are now just about even with the U.S. unemployment lines. And world leaders met this week in Moscow to discuss water sharing and combating world hunger. In a symbolic effort, the leaders met around the proposed site of the world's largest salad bar. Meanwhile, on the home front, a group of Native Americans protested at the Super Bowl, decrying the stereotypical ways in which Indians are viewed. It didn't help their cause any when, after a half hour of chanting outside the Metrodome, it began to rain. Come on, Rushdie, you can't fool us. The musical Guys and Dolls will be revived on Broadway. However, the new version will be politically correct and be called Loathsome Oppressors and Women of Vision and Strength. Mike Tyson could face up to 63 years in prison if he is convicted of rape charges. On the bright side, when he comes out, he could still probably get a match with George Foreman. And Springsteen's coming out with 2 albums at once. One is going to be exclusively about cars, and the other is going to be exclusively about crummy dead-end jobs. If you elect me as your president, I'll help you incarcerate your gay son. And here's a man getting ready for a Pat Buchanan rally. All he has left to paint are the letters O and T. And guess what, folks? That's the news, and I am out of here.